Understanding the founding of Rome is crucial because it sets the stage for the rise of a city that would become a colossal empire, influencing law, governance, architecture, and culture for millennia. The founding myth itself, juxtaposed with historical interpretations, presents a narrative of origins that helped solidify Roman identity and values, such as resilience, strength, and destiny, playing a pivotal role in unifying its citizens and legitimizing Rome's expansions. Two vivid illustrations of this concept can be seen, firstly, in the continued cultural fascination with Rome's origins, manifest in literature, art, and film. The story of Romulus and Remus has been retold countless times, symbolizing the eternal city's birth and the virtues associated with Rome. Secondly, the archaeological findings, such as the remnants of early settlements and structures on the Seven Hills of Rome, provide tangible evidence of Rome's emergence, offering a real-world connection to the myth and underscoring the blend of history and legend that characterizes Rome's story. The tale of Rome's founding, while celebrated, is not without its controversies and challenges. Some scholars argue that the myth has overshadowed more mundane yet crucial political and social processes that led to the city's rise. The romanticized version is often contested by historians who emphasize the importance of trade routes, geographical location, and interactions with neighboring cultures as more plausible explanations for Rome's development. Additionally, the violence in Romulus's fratricide raises discussions about the role of power and conflict in Roman culture, pointing to a foundational narrative that intertwines glory with brutality. This introductory point into Rome's beginning not only sets the framework for understanding the city's cultural and historical impact, but also connects to broader themes within Roman history, such as its imperialistic drive, societal structures, and legal system. The foundational myth reinforces Rome's destined greatness and resilience, elements echoed in its legal and political systems, such as the Roman Republic's establishment and the concept of Roman citizenship. It also influences Rome's narrative of expansion, where the sense of a preordained greatness justified its dominion over others. By reflecting on the founding of Rome, we gain insight into how myths can shape historical consciousness, influence cultural identity, and contribute to a civilization's legacy. Understanding these origins provides a vital context for appreciating Rome's enduring legacy and its profound influence on subsequent generations and civilizations. The legend of Romulus and Remus is one of the most enduring myths from ancient Rome, recounting the tale of the twin brothers, who were central to the founding of the city. According to the legend, Romulus and Remus were the sons of Rhea Silvia, a Vestal virgin, and Mars, the god of war. Abandoned at birth and set adrift on the Tiber River, they were discovered and nurtured by a she-wolf. Eventually, the twins were found by a shepherd, who raised them as his own. As adults, Romulus and Remus decided to establish a city. However, a dispute over its location led to Romulus killing Remus, and Romulus subsequently became the founder of Rome, giving the city its name. The significance of this legend is profound, as it symbolizes the origins and inherent characteristics of Rome. It emphasizes themes of divine providence, survival against odds, and fratricidal conflict, which resonate deeply with the Roman ethos of strength, destiny, and eventual dominance. By depicting Romulus as a mortal with divine ancestry, the myth connects Rome to the gods, implying that its establishment was fated and sanctioned by divine will. This narrative provided the Romans with a sense of historical legitimacy and pride, influencing how they perceived their role in the world. In terms of real-world applications, the legend has been used throughout history to invoke Roman ideals. During the reign of Augustus, the first Roman emperor, the story was prominently featured in Roman art and literature to reinforce the idea of Rome's divine origins and the emperor's role as a restorer of its glory. Another example is the use of the she-wolf suckling the twins as a symbol of Rome itself, seen in various forms of Roman currency, architecture, and culture, perpetuating the idea of Rome's unique and destined founding. Supporters of the legend view it as a crucial piece of Roman identity, celebrating the city's founding myth with pride. They argue that such myths are important cultural touchstones that convey deeper truths about a society's values and aspirations. However, potential challenges to this narrative include the lack of historical evidence supporting the existence of Romulus and Remus as real figures. Some historians propose that the story was constructed to provide an impressive origin for the city, inspired by earlier myths and legends, perhaps even borrowing elements from Greek mythology. Alternative viewpoints suggest that the emphasis on violence, particularly the act of fratricide, reflects a more complex and darker vision of Rome's origins, indicative of the internal conflicts and political turmoil that would characterize much of Roman history. Critics argue that this aspect of the legend might overshadow the more positive interpretations of Rome's founding. The legend of Romulus and Remus interconnects with other aspects of Roman history and culture, influencing Roman art, politics, and social ideology. It serves as an allegory for Rome's turbulent beginnings and its subsequent rise to power, shaping Roman identity in a way that echoes through the city's monumental history. This myth, encapsulating themes of courage, conflict, and divine favor, has remained a seminal part of Roman heritage, illustrating the complexities and contradictions inherent in the story of how Rome began. The heading Historical and Archaeological Insights into Rome's Origins refers to the combined study of historical records and archaeological findings to uncover the early beginnings of Rome. This approach helps to piece together the story of how Rome was founded, providing a comprehensive understanding by examining ancient texts, artifacts, and remnants of early Rome. The significance of this topic lies in its ability to offer a tangible connection to the past, lending credibility to Rome's legendary origins, while filling in the gaps left by mythology. For centuries, the story of Rome's founding was dominated by legend, particularly the tale of Romulus and Remus, the twin brothers raised by a she-wolf. Historical and archaeological insights allow us to look beyond the myths to uncover the reality of Rome's early days. These insights are crucial in tracing the city's growth from a small settlement into a powerful republic and then an empire, thereby illuminating the cultural, social, and political factors that contributed to its rise. One notable example of how historical and archaeological insights have shaped our understanding of Rome's beginnings is the excavation of the Palatine Hill. Archaeological findings have uncovered evidence of settlements dating back to the 8th century BCE, aligning with traditional accounts of Rome's founding in 1153 BCE. These findings include remnants of early fortifications and dwellings, suggesting an organized community that was strategically situated for defense and trade. Another example is the discovery of the Lapis Niger, an ancient shrine in the Roman Forum. Dating back to the 6th century BCE, this relic, inscribed with one of the earliest known examples of Latin, suggests the presence of a formalized religious structure and potentially a form of proto-government, contributing to the historical narrative of Rome's development into a complex society. Did you learn something from this video? Subscribe if you'd like to learn more about ancient Rome.